Joined by Raptors reporter Josh Lewenberg. Toronto's Summer League team filled with potential rotation players, including Josh, 4 rookies from this year's draft and last year's first-rounder Grady Dick. What intrigues you?
Well, I think this is going to be a fun team to watch, stacked by Summer League standards. I mean, normally at this time of the year, you've got 1, 2, maybe 3 guys on these Summer League teams that are going to be a part of the NBA roster. Last year, it was basically just Grady Dick, but this year, you have the 4 draftees coming in. You've got a couple of former lottery picks in Grady and in Ochai Agbaji. So it's unique, I think, in that sense, and it tells us a few things. One, this could be a pretty good Summer League team, but also, yes, the Raptors roster this season is going to be very young, and there's probably going to be some growing pains. But look, the team is doing exactly what it needs to do. They've talked a lot about restocking the development pipeline, and they've certainly done that, as you can see from this roster here. That used to be a strength of this organization, is developing the back end of their roster and turning prospects, in some case fringe prospects, into impact players and even stars. But they thinned out the pipeline in order to build that championship team, and they haven't been able to build it back up until now. That's a priority for them. They're not going to hit on all of these prospects, but even if they can hit on 2 or 3, maybe a few more than that, I think that could go a long way in pushing the rebuild forward. So we're going to get our first look at a lot of these guys here this weekend.
Josh, the Raptors continue to finalize their roster for the regular season. Now one of the youngest rosters in the league, but you've reported Gary Trent Jr.'s time with Toronto looks to be coming to an end.
Yeah, I think some of it is just money and timing, in that I'm told the Raptors had some interest in bringing Gary back shortly before the draft, but ultimately Trent's camp wanted to test the market, and the Raptors decided to go in a different direction. They used their first-round pick on a guard in Jacoby Walter, and then, of course, they picked up Bruce Brown's option that limited their cap space, their salary flexibility to some degree, and also retained another guard. They used up some more of that cap flexibility in the trade with Sacramento, and I just get the sense that with so many young players at that position, the Raptors are happy to use the bulk of that playing time there in order to develop some of these younger guys. So yeah, this will almost certainly be the end of Gary Trent's Raptors tenure, as they've sort of moved into this younger vision, this younger direction.